Welcome back YouTubers to my channel of an everyday and kind of bringing your everyday life up in Aspie. If you're following me right now, basically, I'm talking about the anxiety series, basically, and in this anxiety series right now, it's all about the social anxiety, or as the classical term is, social phobia. And what I've covered so far, basically, is what is social anxiety, basically the clinical term versus the causes or symptoms of social anxiety. Then I talked about the key differences of social awkwardness versus social anxiety versus basically, shyness, as well as a little really brief bit about social awkwardness. And now then the symptoms of basically the common social phobias or social anxiety, disorders of the symptoms. And all further ado, now this is part 3, basically, all base of the channel, which is the social anxiety triggers, or the common ones. Although we may feel like we're the only ones with this problem, but in reality, once in our lifetime, we will know that, many of us will face similar symptoms, signs, triggers and causes of certain, mental illnesses. So we know that majority of the time, we're not alone when someone that we know of, be it our loved one, family, friends, and the like, that may likely suffer similar, classic signs and symptoms of these mental illnesses. And we can relate one way or another, and actually, like I said, build a connection and actually create an awareness and removing all that stigma and stereotyping. Social anxiety or social phobia is actually quite common, more than we realize. Many people may struggle with these type fears, but the situations that triggers the common symptoms that I've mentioned already of the social anxiety disorder may differ from person to person, though, however, just to be on mind. Some people may experience anxiety in most social and performance situations, a condition known as I've mentioned before, generalized social anxiety disorder. For other people, social phobia maybe is another one, is connected with specific social situations, such as speaking to strangers, eating at restaurants, or going to parties. The most common specific social phobia is fear of public speaking or performing in front of an audience. Okay, there are so many, following situations, basically, as key examples, just to illustrate to you all, basically, of the triggers for social anxiety disorders. And they are: 1, meeting new people; 2, being the center of attention; 3, being watched while doing something; 4, making small talk; 5, being called on in class; number 6 is going on a date; number 7, making phone calls; number 8, using public bathrooms; number 9, public speaking; number 10, performing on stage; number 11, being teased or criticized; number 12, talking with important people or authority figures, shall I say, excuse me. Number 14 is taking exams. Number 15, eating or drinking in public places, Number 17 is speaking up in a meeting. Number 19, attending parties or other social gatherings that involves us to socially engage in one way or another. And all further ado, guys, basically, this ends basically part 3, the triggers of anxiety disorders, of the social anxiety especially. Give me the like for thumbs up for support, basically. Comment below maybe something that you feel it might help someone, or even better still, I challenge you right now, for the ones that maybe want to share their stories, no pressure needed. If you feel the need to actually share your stories of any mental illnesses that I've addressed, basically, so that we can create a, what they call it, a positive chain or a ripple effect, that hopefully, like I said, that the more we talk about it, hopefully the more realization and understanding that will come into play with certain mental illnesses that comes into our way. Basically, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, for weekly, daily vlogging topics that I'm hoping to address to you, albeit these mental illnesses series versus just everyday topics that I might bring that may be of interest to you, basically, that we go through. Examples here: bullying, maybe temptation, like just maybe relationship breakdowns or the like. Also following me on Twitter and Facebook, basically. Comment, basically, or private message me on Facebook, AspieAnswersAll, basically, if you really need someone to talk to. But bear in mind, though, guys, if you do want to engage with me there, give me at least time to actually, read your emails and respond back to you, even if it is just someone you will need someone to talk to, regardless what it may be. But on all further ado, guys, basically, thanks for watching, thanks for your support, love what you do what you love one another, love yourself, forgive one another, basically, be kind to yourself and others. Until next time, I'll see you all again soon.